Welcome to AUTOFRANCESCO with me here, Nanakwaju. If you don't mind, you can call me NKO Francesco or LC Prado. And today we are doing a review on the all-new Land Cruiser 300. I mean, we all know that the Land Cruiser has always been an ultimate SUV in the SUV range. It is called the Land Cruiser since it has its history from the Japanese market as one of the oldest and greatest SUVs. The 300, you shouldn't be afraid of that because it is based on the J300 platform, and we're going to have a whole full review. Don't go away, just stay with me and let's continue. The Land Cruiser 300 has a transmission that is very, very nice as compared to the LC200 that had the V8 5.7 liter engine. The LC300 has a 3.5 liter V6 twin turbocharged engine which produces a horsepower of 409 and a torque level of 398 torque level. You can see that the performance of the LC300, even though it is a V6 twin turbocharged engine, has a higher performance as compared to the LC200, which has a V8 5.7 liter engine. So as you can see here, we have your headlights. These are LED headlights where you can see the two lamps in there, and then you see your reflector, you see your DRL, and then you see a very nice grille, a shiny grille here with a very large Toyota badge here. You have some nice sensors there, and then you see your recess. I mean, this recess is something that really helps you on the off-road in case you need to move so that you can have a lot of visibility on your recession. And coming this way, you look at the, you see the normal wipers there, and then you see the sides. You can see that as compared to the LC200, with the LC200, they have that kind of square-like chrome in here at the third window, but this time it looks a little curved, more like the Prado. And then you see your handles, you see your electronic mirror. You see your electronic mirror, which is able to tilt. I'll show you a little bit about that with some kind of nice reflectors. And then you see this, as you can see here, is an 18-inch alloy wheel, where it's an 18-inch alloy wheel which comes with a lot of amazing features. You see, this is a nice and comfortable step board that helps you whichever way you'd like to step in. You step on the step board and then you are in there. Your roof rail, you can see that it has a comfortable roof rail that helps you whichever way you need to find your way. And well, I talked about the alloy wheels. You see the matte guide in there. This is a 70th anniversary Land Cruiser where you can see the badge out there. At the rear section, you can see your rear spoiler. Your rear spoiler here, we all know what a rear spoiler does in terms of SUVs and saloon cars. You see your tail lights. These tail lights are LED lights where you have the night lights, the reflectors, and the hazard lights as well. You can see the Land Cruiser just written here boldly with a very large badge where you can see your camera, your reverse camera just beneath the Land Cruiser, and then you can see your centers all the way around there. And this is a tow section where if you want to tow your car, you have the opportunity to tow it. This is a GXR trim. We have the VX, we have the GXR, we have the VXR, and we have the VXE trims. Today we are going to have a look at the GXR trim and how it helps to access the road and in terms to build on your performance when enjoying or cruising in a Land Cruiser or the LC300. Now, unlike the LC200 where you have the kind of split gate, this time it's no more of a split gate anymore. This time you just need to touch the button and then this is what you see, and you can see that everything goes in and then you're able to access your boot or your rear space. So with the LC300 as compared to many other SUVs, it has a very comfortable opening where when you try to close it, it has certain soft touch materials that prevent it from closing with that kind of loud sound. You see, when you close it, you just close it like that, and then you can see that all the reflectors here help and then enable that your door closes without any kind of large noise. You hear that kind of kun sound. Yeah. Welcome to the interior of the LC300. Beginning, you can see that we have a machine-like trimmed handle here, wooden handle here, with some soft touch materials in there. You can see your normal lock. You have your, you have that kind of power windows in there. Once you click it, you see that everything begins to come down, where the driver controls everything. You can, everything concerning the windows. It's 360 all the way around with your electric power door locks. And then when you come this way, you can see your electronic seat adjustments right here. If you want to tilt forward, you move with this one, and then if you want to go upwards, if you want to adjust your seat upwards or downwards, you use this side. Now, coming to the interior, you can see some nice air vents here, right? This is a speaker which comes all over, as you can see here. It's a 14 JBL speaker, which is able to play all the musics and all the videos you'd like to watch. As you can see here, this is a 7-inch display screen that helps you in terms of your fuel gauge, your echo temperature, and then that of your speed or your speed performance. It is calculated in kilometers per hour. You can see the fuel gauge out there too as well. You have your wipers, your electronic wipers. As I said earlier, you can see the wooden trim, machine cut wooden trim here. And then you have your steering wheel, where you have those controls where you can make your phone calls, and then you can receive your phone calls, and then you can make some phone calls. You have the control system that helps you to control. As we are coming to the infotainment screen, this is a 12-inch infotainment screen which uses both Android CarPlay and then the Apple CarPlay. So if you want to use it with an Android system, you can just insert it through Bluetooth with your phone or Wi-Fi, and then you're able to access your car, WhatsApp, download text messages, any phone call, and then you are able to control your car whichever way you would like to do it. You have your hazard lights in here. You can see the air vents here, and you can see the control modes too as well on this side. This is a speed select. Here's where you get the opportunity to select your speed modes. For example, if you want to go normal, eco, sports plus, or sports, this is where you get the opportunity. This is the crawl, the system I've always been speaking about. Anytime you get to the mud, the LCs or the Land Cruisers give you that opportunity to be able to drive smoothly through your muddy areas. Okay, so the air vents, as you can see here, your 12-inch infotainment screen, and you can see the control panels all over. Here's where you have the heating of seats, right? When you want to heat your seat, you want to cool it, you have the opportunity to do so all over in here. This is a continuous variable automatic transmission. We call it in a short form CVT. It is an automatic transmission where you can get the opportunity to move your car from the park, reverse, neutral, and then drive. Now, these are all drive modes controls that are able to help you move in your car. Now, this is the assistant parking system that helps you to move your car so well. These are nice cup holders on the inside. If you believe that your cup holder is too long or it's too short, you get the opportunity to remove it so that you have a wider cup holder in here. And this is an electronic or wireless car charging. So if your phone or your mobile phone uses a wireless charger, you just put it there and then you plug it and then it charges for you. Now, the Land Cruiser also has a two-system USB charger. It has the Type C and then the Type A. It also has a 12-volt system here where you get the opportunity to charge anything you would like to charge when you sit in your Land Cruiser. Now, take a look at me here. As you can see this is an armrest that looks so beautiful and so nice. Now, you can tilt your armrest this way or tilt it that way, right? For the circumstance or for the sake of our viewers, I'll tilt it this way. And then here, as you can see, this is a cooler where you can keep your drinks or your stuff in there. Anytime you put them in there, you're able to cool your engine. Now, here, as you can see, is the rest section or the second row. As you can see, obviously, here's your lock panel where you have the opportunity to open or close your windows. This is a 9-inch infotainment screen. You saw that earlier at the front section, but this time the LC300 offers you an option where if you're at the rear seat, you get the opportunity to watch your videos or anything you'd like to watch. Now it also comes with some nice pockets in here. Now at the rest section, the most what makes it nicer here is that you have some air vents here, and then you also have the same thing right here with your door handles here, and then you also have your rear cooler. This is actually meant to heat both the rest section in terms of your AC, your air conditioning, whether to higher the fan or to lower the fan. If you're at the rest seat, there's no need to ask the driver or any front seat passenger to open the cooler for you. You just click it and then you get that opportunity to open your cooler in here. Now, as I said earlier, your air vents, your fan, which you're able to higher or lower it. Now, as you can see, there are two USB ports in here, Type C USB, Type C and Type A USB ports. And then your 12 volts in there. Now, with the rest section, you have the opportunity to rest your arm right here. Right, it has an armrest where, you know, when you sit in, you don't always have to enjoy your armrest when you're at the front. So at the rear, you can also enjoy your armrest here. And once you click this, you have a nice cup holder where you can keep your drinks or anything you'd like to keep. That's so fantastic for an LC300. I hope that it brings some more new reviews on this, and as you follow me, you're going to get a whole lot of reviews on the LCs and many other SUVs. Still on the second row, you can see that you have your speakers right here, and then you see this light is able to help you anytime the door is not closed well. You can see your pockets here where you can keep whatever you want to keep in here. Now, we would like to move into the third row, but still remember that every other part of the LC300 is made with a soft touch material, where you also have your electronic glass rollers where you're able to roll the glass both up and down. So now moving to the rear or the third row seats, right, you have the opportunity to just click it at just one click, and as you can see, this is what happens, and then boom, you have your rear space. After rolling your seats, right, to open the third row, there's something unique about the LC300. You just click it this way and then you roll it up there. Boom, you have your third row seat. It is just a 7-seater large V6 SUV which uses a 3.3 liter twin turbocharged engine, and so it has a very higher performance, and as you can see there, it has a 70th anniversary bash there, so it's not just any joke. So now moving on, you can see that this is how you open your third row, where you pull it this way and then boom, as you can see. And then as you can see at the rear here, there's not much of a kind of, even though you can see some kind of nice headroom, but with the leg room, it's okay, but you can see that you need to adjust yourself a little. And it's quite nicer, where you still have your same air vents. You have your LED lights here where you get the opportunity to do every single thing you want to do. Third row, you have a lot of opportunities. It's not always that you always have to go to the front seat or the second row. Even at the third row, you have your cup holders here, and it's usually advisable to keep your kids at the third row so that, you know, there's no opening of any doors, there's just maximum security. You have your USB ports in here, both on the left side and on the right side. So that's what makes it amazing about an LC300, especially when it comes to the third row. Unfortunately, instead of an 8-seater, this is a 7-seater. 2 for the front, 3 for the second row, and 2 for the third row. So this is the rear of an LC300, and quite before I did not show this. This is your headrest for the rear section, and as you can see, this is how you open it, and anytime you want to close it, you just pull it this way and then you pull it that way, and then you have your headset going back in there. Now if you want to roll it back in order to get more room space at the rear, you just pull it that way and then you get your opportunities one in there. Now it's a 12-volt system where, as you can see, this would help you anytime you want to charge or do anything with your SUV. Now, as we have closed the third row, you can see that there's a lot of space at the rear section, where you can see, you know, the LC300 comes with its carpets, its first aid kit. This is your fire extinguisher. You can see the jack place or the compartment in there. You can see your carpet, your first aid kit, and your triangle. The triangle is able to help in terms of emergencies. Let's say your car is not moving on the highway, you will be given the opportunity to put your triangle there so that other drivers that are coming both in front and behind are alerted and are aware that there is something wrong with your LC300. So that is all we have for the LC300, and as you can see, the rear section, if you want to close your boot, this is it. You just click it there and then you're given the opportunity and then you're done with it. And you know, this is an amazing SUV where you get the opportunity to enjoy a lot of functions and features. It is just a 3.3 liter twin turbocharged V6 engine, but it comes with a higher performance in terms of horsepower and torque level. And as you would always know, this review was brought to you by AUTOFRANCESCO, with me here, Nana Kojo Opong. If you don't mind, you can call me NKO Francesco or LC Prado. Goodbye and see you in my next video.